Fishing the Wild West is brought to you by Prairie Toyota.
Fishing the Wild West. When work is poison, the antidote.
Tracker
to spend
boats.
10 hours on this fishing boat. No cell phone service and no lawn to mow. What matters
Bass
most
Pro
is that
Shops.
I'm all alone. Living a dream, fishing the stream. Fishing the stream, living a dream. Living a dream, fishing the streams.
Along with
Fishing the Wild West.
On this week's episode of Fishing the Wild West, we're in beautiful northern Saskatchewan at Black Bear Island Lodge. We're going to on the Churchill River system, and we're going to be fishing for monster northern pike. Stay tuned. So this is what's happening here. We're in a back bay. You can see the whitefish are just boiling, and they're boiling on the surface. Take these mayflies, and they're everywhere. And the flies are everywhere. The whitefish underneath them. Underneath the whitefish is a big northern pike. They're taking advantage of the whitefish that are taking advantage of the mayflies. So we got a perfect scenario here. We're throwing out spoons, topwater baits, crankbaits, and we're landing everything from your smaller pike right up 45, and we're going for a 50. Is he small? Staying deep.
Oh, there he is. That's a nice one. That's what you're looking for.
There, here's a monster pike. What's your first guess, Trevor?
That?
I got
43.
43?
Yeah.
Right now in the lodge, 45 and a half is the week record, the weekly record. And
Moving close, moving close.
yeah, he's nice. Just laying out, laying right on the bottom. Now he knows he's hooked. That's on the 5 of diamonds, orange and white super glow from Len Thompson. And I was just making a last cast out there, and I was going to cast to the weed bed on the other side of us, and he hit her. Yeah, he's a beauty. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. I can see him clearly with the polarized glasses. But this is... I got to be careful because he's tried to swim under the boat, so I got to make sure my line doesn't rub on the edge of the boat. Yeah, I don't want to lose this fish. Holy, he's a monster, and he's in the net. Is he?
4 to 4.
That Trevor's just guessing. We're going to measure him real quick here. But Trevor, our guide here at Black Bear Island Lodge, says that's a 44-inch. The weekly record right now is 45 and a half. So we're gonna take a quick measurement and get her back in the water. That is a monster fish. We're just gonna give her a minute. She's plenty lively enough. She just doesn't even know she's released. I'm not even holding onto her tail. She's just sitting there. There she goes. Seems a little better, Trevor. He's down in those weeds too. Yeah, you see the weeds popping out. He's ripping apart off the floor of the bottom of the lake. He's big. He's really big. He saw the boat and he's not happy about it. Trevor says it's just a 40. Just up there, he's literally was resting in probably 4 feet of water. Just sunning themselves. And again, I was explaining earlier about the small fish. All through here, I just caught small fish. We just had to chase it to the boat that I quickly reeled up. And this big one's resting back there. Next cast, she took it. Another beautiful northern pike. Really testing the gear. I'll try to turn her head to you. In the net.
41.
That's a 41-inch northern pike at Black Bear Island Lake Lodge. Just a beautiful, really a pike of a lifetime. We're going to get her back in the water because there's many more of these in the Back Bay here.
Hold your horses, we'll be right back. Closed captioning is brought to you by Sandy Point Resort.
He's a gooder. Seems like we're just moving. There's a beaver dam there, beaver dam up there, and closer to this one here is where we're getting our most of their bites. And their pike, walleye, everything. Yeah. Try to keep him from under the boat here. I haven't had a good look at him yet, Trevor.
There it
He's
is.
a good one.
40.
He just now knows he's hooked. About a 40-inch pike on here. We landed a 45 this morning, 41. We raised a 40 plus, and he's just in the side of the mouth. Ugh. And we got another 40. Nice representative, Black Bear Island Lodge. It's great. And these are everywhere. Everywhere we cast, these fish are in this lake. Excellent. Let's get them back in the water. So we'll show you how great this gill plate hook works. You don't even have to put your hands in there, and away they go. They're gone. You don't have, your hands aren't anywhere near them. You're safe. The fish is safe. It's a great little invention. This feels like a better fish here. I haven't seen him yet, but he hit it hard. I'm trying to bring him through these weeds.
Oh man, not monster weeds. Shit.
The boats blow. I'm trying to keep him out of there. And did he break free? Yeah, he's a decent fish.
Might have your hook on it.
How big is he? I'm trying to.
Oh, 38, 39.
Oh,
We're pushing 40.
Trevor doesn't even get excited with 38s and 39s. I'll swim him right to the net. Oh, got him. I'm so excited because I just missed one of those. I lost one of those just 5-10 minutes earlier. It's excellent. That's the second one. I just lost one of these 5 minutes earlier. Broke me off. So I was pretty excited to literally back to back land another one. Let's get her back in the water. What a beautiful. There she goes. Okay, we're right up in the mouth of the, we're gonna go back through the Saskatchewan Everglades. I cast it up there before we take off, and so I got a glimpse, but he's all tangled in weeds too, so it's, there you come free of the weeds.
Nice walleye, bud.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, really nice walleye. Bring him up to the net. Whoa, he didn't like that. This is 5-pound walleye, 6-pound walleye for sure.
Cold.
Cold one. That is a beauty of a walleye. Northern Saskatchewan walleye here. I was casting for pike. That's a beauty. Nice gold. right up there, right? We're gonna head through what I call the Saskatchewan Everglades because I really don't know where we are. I just cast it into the mouth for a pike. And that's what I got. Nice fat walleye. We'll get her back in the water. 26-inch walleye in pike country. There she goes. That's awesome. That's a bonus walleye, a great bonus walleye. Go back for a pike or walleye, I guess.
Conservation Corner brought to you by Hollis Wealth, aligning your financial future so you can spend more time outdoors.
It's like a gill plate holder. Looks like an envelope holder. This goes in right alongside their gill plate, and you don't touch their gills. Your hands aren't inside the gills. Some people wear gloves, and you know that little bit of roughness on the gloves could damage the gills. But what DJ at Black Bear Island Lake Lodge uses is the gill plate holder, and he believes it's 25-30% less mortality rate and less damage to the fish. And that's the first time I used it, and it worked absolutely perfect. So I'll be taking one of these home. So I'll show you how great this gill plate hook works. You don't even have to put your hands in there. And away they go. They're gone. You don't have, your hands aren't anywhere near them. You're safe. The fish is safe. It's a great little invention. Great, great conservation tool.
Hold your horses. We'll be right back. Fish on. Welcome back to Fishing the Wild West.
Just dropped it down. We're fishing some fast current here. And oh no, he's a nice pike. Just got a pike here. We're stopped here, yep. And that's why you keep the leaders on, because I just landed a pike while we're walleye fishing. I'll go back down for a walleye. As you can see, we're fishing some fast current here. Trevor said, do you want to try some walleye fishing under some different conditions? So he took us to the current. What's happening here is the walleye are moving into these rocks and just darting out and feeding as the current brings it by. We've just landed a nice pike. I literally dropped it on top of his head, set the hook. But when we first pulled up here, DJ, the owner of the lodge, said that pelicans eat roughly 3 or 4 walleye a day. So he, rough estimate, just for easy figure, and he figures he's losing 1,500 walleye a day to pelicans. And the pelicans were all stacked up on these rocks when we pulled up here, so we know the walleye are underneath us. Oh, just dropped it down. We took a break from the pike fishing to stop and do some walleye fishing, and I just dropped it down, just jigging. I think it's a rock shelf here, and it no sooner hit the bottom, and this golden beauty took it. Yeah, just beautiful. These are perfect eaters for shore lunch. He's been hit by pike. He's been roughed up a little bit. And what I'm using, we'll get him back in the water and I'll show you what we're using. You may ask why I'm using a leader for walleye, because we just come from pike fishing, and Trevor says many times while we're jigging for walleye, it's not uncommon to catch a 30 right up to 40-inch northern pike. So we kept the leader on, doesn't interfere with the jig at all. And then just a simple grub. We're sitting it on the bottom, rock bottom here, and we're just kind of climbing the hill, letting the undercurrent take us, and right on the bottom, and they're taking it. He's just down there playing with it. You can see the rod bouncing, but he hasn't. There, he's got it. Now he took it. Walleye fishing made simple. Put your hook in the water and set it. This is a better one. This is a shore lunch walleye. And that's literally just setting it down there. Wait till I feel the weight of the fish and set the hook. Who said walleye fishing was hard in northern Saskatchewan? Beautiful shore lunch walleye. Wow, Trevor, it was a whole 3 minutes in between fish. Another good one here. I haven't seen it because of the glare off the water. Another shore lunch walleye. This is incredible fishing. Literally just drop your line down and set your jig. And this happens every day here. Great little walleye. We just quietly back trolled into this back bay. It's weeds. It's about 4 feet, and with the polarized glasses, we can see 30+ inch pike laying on the bottom. So we just shut the motor off. We're gonna start casting and hopefully pick up a bunch. Here's the first one.
Might be a keeper.
Whoa. So in this back bay, we just float in here. It's loaded with weeds and pike just sitting in ambush. Just coming into this bay, I casted spoon. We're fishing for pike and landed probably a 1 pound walleye, and there's whitefish rising to the surface for all the insects here. So we're gonna go in and catch a bunch of these.
Hold your horses, we'll be right back. This segment is brought to you by Wild Guide Magazine, Canada's essential hunting and fishing resource.
We're just in another little system here. Trevor brought us down and we've been catching small pike just pretty much every cast. Then all of a sudden, another 40+ northern pike that this place is famous for. Huge, and it's midday, like it's hot out. These fish are laying in the weeds, just trying to get out of the heat. He's in the net. Just did a quick measurement. It's another 40 3/4, so we're gonna go 41. It's a beautiful pike here, and mixed in with small hammer handles, as they're called. It's just an absolute amazing fishery, and this happens every day here. Letting another 41 inch northern pike go into the Churchill River system. Trevor, our guide, he's been putting us on these fish steady. It's just absolutely amazing. They're prehistoric looking, amazing.
Gear Talk, brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Tracker Boats.
At Fish in the Wild West, we receive a lot of emails asking what we take to a remote fishing lodge. Lodges have a basic gear list of what you should have, and you can take your own fishing equipment, but most of them will supply everything. There are a few things that I never leave home without. The sunscreen. Today, it's a beautiful, hot, sunny day. You're not only dealing with the heat or the sun from above, you're dealing with the glare off the water, so always have sunscreen. Next, I always have bug spray. Insect repellent to you know, when you're sitting around camp in the evening, sitting by the fire, and even sometimes on the boat. Often overlooked and should never be forgotten is a quality rain suit. I use the Bass Pro Gore-Tex 100-mile-an-hour rain suit, tops and bottoms. You don't want a trip of a lifetime ruined by a poor quality rain suit. And if it's raining and I'm getting wet, my feet are getting wet. So I always have a pair of basic redhead rubber boots to put on. I keep them in a bag. I take them with me every morning on the boat. I have them with me all day long on the boat. So I can always take clothes off, but I can't put them on if I don't have them. For more tips like this, join us next week on Fish in the Wild West. Trevor just brought us into this bay and we're just working our way down these weeds. Catching everything. We just landed a 38. I'm not sure, what do you think this one is, Trevor?
Oh, he's scarred up big time.
He's scarred up from fighting.
37, 38. Holy smokes.
And he's been beat up. These pike are hard on each other. Trevor's got him in the net. This is what we've been catching all day long. Trevor's took us into numerous bays, some rapids. We've been all over the lake, and you know, we've been catching this, bigger, smaller, and it's all been a blast to catch. We even stopped and did a little walleye fishing. Let's get her back in. Look, I just want to show this on camera. So we just showed you what we landed, a 38. Trevor measured him 38. Next cast, this is what's in beside him. So next time you're pike fishing and you're catching the little fish, don't get discouraged and take off, because the big fish are right there probably feeding on them. Got caught with the last cast syndrome, and I think it's another great big Northern Pike. We're just literally, Trevor, 2 minutes from the lodge.
Yeah, 2 minutes, just around the corner.
And he's kind of got control of the whole situation here. I'm just hanging on to play him out a bit. Then we're gonna go into the lodge. We just stopped here. Trevor said, take a couple casts. And bang, monster fish in the monster weeds. Yeah, really big fish. Holy cow, that's a monster fish. This is the monsters that you catch here. If you're looking to catch a trophy fish, Black Bear Island Lodge is the place to do it. I'm your host, Wes David. Join us next week for another episode of Fish in the Wild West.
To spend 10 hours on this fishing boat, no cell phone service and no lawn to mow. What matters most is that I'm all alone, living a dream, fishing the stream, fishing the streams, living a dream, fishing the streams, fishing the Wild West.